It does, but I do so much more than just rap.
That.
But even if you just rap, you could, if you plan it right. A lot of people, they just don't know. Like, I see so many talented people in the city. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why are you working 3 jobs?
Right.
Why don't you just do this?
Yes.
But also, we're raised to, especially in
I
Canada,
was gonna say
West
that.
Indian Canada,
you were.
we're raised conservative. We're raised, you get your doctorate and thing. I don't care what you want to do. You make sure you get it. And it's just a mindset.
Yeah.
Whereas if most of these people who are super talented, if they really, like what I did, gave their all, they would make it happen. They might not be the next rap star, but you don't need that much money to live.
The Fulltime Bosscast. To the Fulltime Bosscast. Navigating the journey from a 9-to-5 to full-time entrepreneurship with your hosts, Ryan the Boss, and Lady Shay. Presented by Morningstar Printing, where we print pretty much everything.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Fulltime Bosscast. I am your host, Ryan the Boss. This is Lady Shay. And before we get into this interview, I just want to plead with you guys to please like, follow, subscribe, share, watch the whole video and all that. It helps the algorithm. As you see, we are a new podcast right now. So this is all new. We're trying to gain some traction. So the more you help us, the more we can thank you for helping us. But thank you. But no, for real though, please like, follow, subscribe, and click that bell thing. So every time we put up a new video, you will get notified. All right. So we are going to get straight into this today. We have with us today an accomplished artist, a good dude, and a friend of mine, actually. His name is Promise. Promise, how you doing?
I'm good.
That is good. Okay, so I promise, just as tradition here.
Yeah.
All right. It's tradition. It's like a 3-week tradition now. We don't introduce you. We don't say what you do. We want you to tell us. I mean, I'll add some ketchup to the meal, right? But can you just look at the people?
I like ketchup.
You like ketchup? I love ketchup. You know what I mean? Tell the people what you do. Promise.
I'm a hip hop soul artist, rapper, songwriter, producer, that type of stuff.
Look at that, straight to the point, right? But what he's not saying is that he hangs with some real heavyweights in the industry, i.e., he's written for Drake, Party Next Door, Lecrae, Andy Mineo, Montel Jordan. Yeah, this is how we do it. He wrote that. Okay, no, he didn't write this how we do it. But no, he didn't write that, right?
No,
you didn't write that. Jhene Aiko, Royce the 5'9", and much more. So Promise, let's get right into this really. Like, describe, like, what you do. Give us a little more detail of the process of what you do, your full-time boss life. Go ahead, man.
Okay, so half of what I do is what I'm known mostly for. It's the music and all that. So I'm mainly a songwriter. I write songs every single day.
Every day?
Every day, all the time. My WhatsApp's full of voice notes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I get home, lay it down, send it to get mixed, master, all that.
Right.
Music. And I'm known for that. I'm known for rap.
Right.
Right. I'm known as a rapper or whatever.
Right.
But I don't really call myself a rapper.
Right.
You don't see me on the block doing YouTube videos and stuff. Like, no disrespect to that,
but you got bars.
Yeah. Don't get it twisted.
You got bars.
Don't call my name out.
Bars now.
I got bars too, but
I come for you.
you got a little more bars
Right.
than me.
But so I write songs for myself and other artists in other genres: Afro, pop, reggae.
Oh, you doing
R&B,
Afrobeats too?
soul. You know what I'm saying? Basically, I've done everything so far except for heavy metal.
Okay.
You know?
Are you looking forward to doing heavy metal one day?
No, I'm not really looking forward to it, but I'm not really opposed to trying it, but I'm just not looking for it.
Right.
But yeah, so that's part of what I do. And then the other part now is just helping people grow wealth. And not as a financial advisor or a financial literacy, any of that stuff. No disrespect again to anybody who does that, but just like showing people what I did on the blockchain. And
I thought you were going to say on the block. No? It's a blockchain.
This is the wrong interview. That's the other interview.
I thought he was going.
Just showing people what I did and how I got to grow my wealth so fast within a year and just let them run with that. And then from that, I'm going to build that kind of like that enterprise or that business to be able to give like bursaries, scholarships, loans, grants. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. I was just telling you, the cameraman, that I got another project going that's buying land and building tiny house communities and stuff like that to help younger people or young families get into houses, you know, because a lot of times people can't get houses because they can't get a down payment.
Yeah.
So
they can afford the mortgage, they can afford the monthly, but they don't have.
It's a down payment.
Yeah, the 40 to 50 to 60, whatever.
And you could show people how to do that. What motivated, like, back, you know, we're going way back for you to say, okay, I want to. This is art. This is what I want to do. Like, what would you say?
Okay,
like,
so that story was like in high school. Like most of my friends, I was into basketball, heavy and good, and you know, dunking from grade 8 and all that sort of stuff. Like fairly good, not the best, but fairly good. And something just clicked one day, and I started thinking more deeply about careers and stuff. And I said, well, let's talk about NBA. Is this a real thing? So and so over there, Steven and Andy, they're not as good as me, but their persistence and their discipline is way better. They got that Kobe Michael mentality. And I feel like unless you're super tall, you know what I'm saying, or you have relationships, it's a lot harder to get into that lottery pick. And I started just trying to do math and be like, okay, well, one in how many people from what we know how hard is it to get in?
It's hard to get in the league.
How much work would I need to put in? Yeah, I can dunk, but a lot of people can dunk. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have a bit of dribbles, but do I have that discipline? Do I love it that much? And I said, I don't know if I love it that much. I love playing, but do I love it to be like waking up for 6 a.m.
every day?
You know what I'm saying? Going to the gym, all that sort of stuff? No, I don't love it that much. So I have to be real and say, okay, well, what else am I good at? What else do I like? And I liked creative writing. I liked spoken word. I liked music. And then I started kind of like dabbling in that to see how much I like it and how serious it would be for me. I still didn't know. I wasn't thinking about getting signed or anything like that, but I was just thinking about like realistically, I want to be able to do, and this is how I think now, I want to do what I love. If I'm not doing what I love, I could just get a job anywhere and just be semi-happy like everybody else. But I'm not wired like that. I got to do what I love. Even if I'm not making what everybody else is making. At the time, I couldn't just pick up and I'm going on vacation here and there. And that wasn't a thing for me.
So then the music is what? So did you give that Kobe dedication?
Yeah, I was going to ask
100%. That, so what did he say? The 10,000 hours?
Yeah.
I surpassed that
long time ago, how did you transition from let me dabble and dibble to I'm writing music for Drake? Like, where did that jump happen?
You know, this guy mixed words there.
Yeah.
While I did write a hook for one of the songs, but like I've written with him. Like I've never, I'm not the Quentin Miller or anything like that.
Yeah.
But, so in high school one day, just having fun with my friends in the cafeteria, we're rapping or freestyling, whatever. And then one of the people who was working in the cafeteria was an older guy, and he heard us playing around. He pulled me aside, and he said, you know, like, what you guys are doing is cool, but like what you're doing, what you're saying, the thing is at a different level from what they're doing. I think you should take it more seriously. Those were his words exactly. And from there. I took it more seriously.
Wow.
I did co-op at a studio. I learned how to record. I learned how to produce. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, it just went up. I got hired by the studio. You know what I'm saying? Started working with artists in the city. I got my first deal in like 2002, I think it was. And then award shows, tours, and just built and started working with more and more people. I met Drake on Degrassi.
Oh, so that's what I say. At what age did you start saying? Did you say, okay, this is what I'm going to be doing full time?
College, so early college. I don't even know what age. That was like 20,
19, 20? Yeah,
19, 20.
So you haven't worked since. I mean, when I say work for someone.
No.
Wow.
So my deal with my parents was my mom always support me if I can prove it's something that could be supported.
Yeah.
And our parents' generation before Drake didn't understand that could be a thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's funny that I worked with Drake and Drake was in the house, and so it all ties together. So I was in college. I only went to college to make my mom happy.
Yeah.
And I said, listen,
like most of us.
What if we make this deal? I'm gonna do this college thing. I'm gonna do the school thing. But if I can show you that this can be my career, then I get to call the shots.
What did you study in school? Music?
Digital computers, basically.
Okay.
Digital media, technical production, whatever.
So it was.
And she was the one who kind of helped me pick that, because I was like, I don't want to go to school. What am I going to do? Yeah. She said, well, you're on the computer all the time. Why don't you study that? So then you'll at least like what you're doing, your job or whatever. Okay, I see you. Did that for a year. It was
so your mom, sorry, I just wanted to just clarify this. So your mom was supportive of this journey. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that's good, because because especially doing something like music, it's like, okay, but this is not a tangible. I had to show and prove. You know what I mean? You're not making. You have to. But she gave you that opportunity. Is what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, it wasn't just like, no, go work. You know, it wasn't.
Because my parents are West Indian, but she's Westernized. Yes. Right. So like of all of her sisters and whatever, she's a little bit more modern, a little bit open to kind of like, all right, well, show me what you're talking about. I don't understand it. I don't think it can be, but if you're saying, show me. And if you can show me that you can be secure, and because that's all they want. They want us to be secure and be okay to have a life. To
be on their couch when you're grown.
So when I did, I pressed my first CDs and whatever while I was in college. I sold CDs and did my first show and showed her like, yo, see, this is what can happen. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to scale it yet. But just to show her that I could make money from doing what I love. Yeah. And that's it. And I said, so let me give this my all. You know what I'm saying? Let me give my all. And if I don't, then I'll just fall in line with everybody else. Go to school and hopefully get a job because I have a paper.
Thankfully it worked out.
Yeah. Right. So then everything just snowballed and got bigger and better from there.
Okay.
Yeah, so in doing this, I guess, we kind of touched on it, but what kind of challenges did you experience? Not even at the beginning, but just throughout the journey. What kind of challenges would you say, like, okay, X, Y, Z was a challenge?
I mean, challenges all the time, man. Not having money to do anything and having to, like...
Because you don't get paid right away when it comes to artistry, do you? Like, as a writer or songwriter, you like... you get paid up front?
Yeah.
Excuse me, I guess that wasn't a challenge.
I don't work. I mean, in the beginning, no.
That's what I mean. Like, now.
No, in
the beginning, you have to. You have
to. I mean, you should at least, everybody, I mean, the younger generation, they don't understand that.
Yeah.
But me, I was like, I'm writing songs, I'm doing whatever. Here, take it for free. Take it, so that they can hear it and know that I'm dope.
What you're capable of.
Yeah, that's how I got all these features. How I worked with Montel and all these guys. I sent music.
Right.
Here, listen, and then they listened and they were like, "Yo, this is fire. All right, let's work." And then business relationships built from there or whatever.
Question. Sorry. When you're saying writing, is it just the lyrics? Is it the lyrics, the beat? Are you getting beats from someone else? Are you making your own beats?
In those days, I was trying to do everything because I had no money, so I had to be like the Kanye and just make the beat and rap and blah, blah, blah. I don't advise that because I think like you should focus on and be perfect at one thing at a time and not be a jack of all trades. But now I just get music from dope producers who I think is dope. I listen and be like, yeah, that one. Then I write the song, then I lay the song down and then go from there. A lot of times, like even this project that I announced yesterday, the family project, some of the songs there I wrote for other people, but I kind of connected to them. So I'm like, no, I'm gonna keep that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you're saying you're writing, so all that stuff there, you're writing and then you're sending them off to people, like you're pretty much ghostwriting in a sense.
Yeah. I've done a lot of ghostwriting. Like actual ghostwriting where like, oh, you can't say.
You can't say.
Yeah. I've done a lot of that.
So do you want to just mention something? Don't worry, not a lot of people watch this podcast. So
okay, when the camera turns off, we'll talk about it.
And most of those people are Canadian.
The algorithm, the algorithm hasn't set up in YouTube because y'all ain't liking, sharing, and following. So you don't worry. You can It's good to stay between. No, I'm playing. All right.
So did you? Sorry. Oh, go ahead.
No. I was just saying. I like that as long as it makes sense. Like I'm not gonna just. Actually, I'll lie. So for anybody, I would do that a one-off. Like if Beyonce or whoever called me in the studio, you know what I'm saying? I'm there. I'm there. It's not about like, oh, well, how much you pay me.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Yeah.
And you're getting the fire song that's going to blow you up. That's it. You pay me, either you pay me or you give me credit.
Or give you credit.
I don't need both at first. I need the in. I need to be there, you know what I'm saying, in the mix. So I don't mind being in the mix.
So pretty much, I just want to simplify this for people, you know, so I'm watching, like, where they can apply this to different stuff. It's okay to give free stuff.
Yeah.
You know, if there's a plan behind it.
Nowadays,
you know what I mean?
Apparently you have to.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But you, not to say, okay, give everybody, but you have, you know, if you have a plan, like you're saying you had a plan in mind, it's like, yeah, you're getting free stuff, or you're getting, you know, you're getting work for, you know, you're getting this, but I'm thinking forward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes we give that kind of stuff out and not
There's no plan.
There's no
Yeah.
plan. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, and then you end up getting frustrated. You end up getting discouraged. You know, like, why am I giving people free stuff? But yeah, I just wanted to make sure, like, it is okay.
Yeah.
Well,
especially at the beginning.
Yeah. Like you had to, or I sort of statement my question, but if you're just giving stuff to people with your plan that you know it's going to convert later on, then you, I'm guessing, believed very strongly in yourself.
Yeah.
At the beginning, because a lot of people don't really get into things because they have a lot of fears or you know, things like that. So did you have any fears? Did you have any beliefs that, or anything that was holding you back a little bit?
No, you can't. It's okay to be afraid or whatever, but you can't make decisions based on that fear. I've never had those fears. I've had struggles and challenges, definitely, because I don't do what everybody else does. I'm not out here trapping on the block. I'm not.
You're on the block, Shane.
Rapping people. I'm not trying to rap in people's ears and all that sort of stuff. Like that's just not me. So like that lifestyle, that decision comes with a lot of changes. Being a positive artist is like the hugest challenge, or at least was at a point. You know what I'm saying? Until people realize that there's more opportunities when you're not talking slackness. But
there's different routes to go, you know, to the same destination. Yeah, you just took a different route. Yeah, right, and which is also good to know, because in any business, sometimes you'll see something on, even if you're searching on YouTube, you know, this is how you start this business. Yeah, and sorry, it's real quick. I have a very habit of putting my hands in my pocket. So Promise actually noticed, and he said, and he gave me an eye, like, take your hand out of your pocket, right? Sorry. So thank you, brother. Anyway, so put my hands back up here, right? So so when you see the YouTube interviews and you see the YouTube videos or whatever, you talk to seminars, whatever, and they say, this is how you get this, A, B, C, D, E. That can be discouraging as well too. Yeah. If you don't feel, you know what I mean? But there always is more than one way to accomplish something, right? Always. If you take that time, and I see that you did that, just explaining that, you know, as far as, you know, you have, like you said, certain rappers, they may do, you know, they may hustle on the street to make up that money and then flip that money into something good, or like you said, they'll put the tape in someone's hand and start spitting to them on the street. You know, these are real routes, you know, whether you agree or not, they're real. You're not wired like that. So you did yours on a more, I would say, a more extensive, more strategical. And
don't get me wrong, I've done those things. I've been out there selling the tapes on the street. I've been out there rapping, set up the speaker and thing, and just perform on the street. I've done all that. You know what I'm saying? You don't see people doing that nowadays. Like,
no, everyone's online now.
Everyone's
online now. Everybody, they lazy
like,
now.
They're very lazy. It's okay. It's
not lazy. Lazy. Anyways,
no, but they are lazy though.
So I have a question, because last week we had a music, or a couple weeks ago, a music guy here too, but he was like, you know, a full business operation. Like, are you yourself a corporation or a business, or how do you operate? I watched, that's the one I watched with the guy.
Yeah, with
like how
I do all this, from what I heard, all the same stuff that he does, I do.
Okay.
But that's not my focus. Like, I haven't made it an official organization where I'm taking clients and all sort of stuff. Okay. Like, I've been torn over the years. Everybody wants me to do that, but I'm like, I still want to do what I want.
What you love.
And if I've had conversations with other artists in the city. They're like, oh, you should start a record label and this, that, and the third. And it's like, I hear you. But it would be different. It would be different than how everybody else does it, because everybody else is doing it for money.
Yeah.
Not that that's a bad thing, but they're building a business, right? And I don't really care to do that. I would just want to do what I want and work with who I want.
Yeah.
And I've been able to do that, and just I can turn down people and be like, no, I'm not doing that. My studio's not open to public. Sorry.
Right.
The guy wanted to book my studio for a month to do whatever the heck he wanted to do. It's like, nah, no, I'm good.
Because you're comfortable in where you're at right
bro,
now.
I'll pay you up front.
Nah.
It's not about the money. I didn't.
Yeah.
So
you don't even know my price yet. But I don't want that energy. Like I'm good.
Yeah. So one thing we kind of briefed on, is your living situation. You have a wonderful wife, 4 kids.
Yeah.
They get busy. So handling that, right? That family dynamic with the music, right? Being able to, I guess, afford that. You know what I mean? Because y'all don't live in the city. Y'all live deep in the country somewhere, growing chickens and raising wild turkeys and stuff like that. Right? Leah, that's his wife, Leah. She homeschools the kids, right? And I did ask him if I could, talk all this before the camera. So, anyways, so with that being said, like, how did the music help? Like, how does the music help supplement that? Is that's 1. 2, is it just the music that supplements that? And 3, how did your family help get to that point? Because sometimes we don't talk about how a family can be supportive as well too. So I don't know if you want to. You don't have to answer all of them.
So we're both from the upbringing where like you can stay home until you get married, and even if you need to stay home after you get married with a plan, you do that. Like that's okay. And a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people don't have a good relationship with their parents, or that's just not what they want to do.
I see Lady Sherry now. She's like, no.
Some people are just super independent, and they're like, no, sometimes they're like, I'm not listening to your house rules, and I don't know, whatever. But like, our relationship with both of our parents is amazing.
That's beautiful.
We're okay with that, and our parents were like,
and being in that aspect where you were able to stay at home, stay at home with the family, with your parents. Everybody, like, the money's not being stressed as much, like stressed and stretched.
Yeah, both.
You know what I mean? So you're able to build that income into one day now to where you're at now. Now go on your own with your family, and you had that backing of your family to like. It's the transition is easier. The struggle, there's gonna be struggles, but it's not as hard as some of us that were like you said, 1920. You're out. I don't care if you don't care what your situation is. Go handle it. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, though, like, does the music help supplement? I mean, fulfill that lifestyle right now? Yeah. And if not, like, what else? I know we touched on the investment stuff as well.
Yeah, but I mean, again, the opportunities and stuff like that is different nowadays. So there's a little bit more people. I feel like they have it easier. Like, there's more you can do for money. I know people who make money and they're not doing anything.
Wow.
They're just filming themselves, doing nothing, and making money as influencers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
we're not doing nothing here at Fulltime Bosscast. So please follow, subscribe. It helps the algorithm, and so we can get more than 50 views for this video. Carry on.
So people who are complaining about the money, they either don't know or they're ignorant.
Yeah.
There's just 2 things, and that's okay. You just have to realize which one you are and change it.
Right.
Because you can literally get money doing nothing.
It's a lot easier now than when we were younger.
Yeah.
Coming up, right?
I don't even know what we're talking about, but
no, we're just.
Does the music?
Oh, supplement. Okay,
music,
so now it.
That's the benchmark, though.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, they're not shooting for mediocrity.
Yeah, and I'm not saying you should.
I know, but what everybody's looking at, even as a basketball star, or the things that are whatever things that you look at that make a lot of money, they're not looking to be. They don't know about people like you that are making a good living by doing what they're supposed to be
and what they love.
And I never even talk to people about money. I want them to be happy, right?
Yeah.
And none of the people I know, maybe 2, none of the people I know are happy. They may be making a lot of money, $90,000 a year,
Yeah.
this, that, and the third.
Is happy.
But they're not happy
happiness.
after taxes,
Yeah.
and then this, that, and the third. So you need to find what makes you happy and give your all to that. You're gonna make less in the beginning. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I definitely, like, there were times I went to my accountant and the accountant was like, "Yo, like, how are you living?" You know what I'm saying? But there was a time I was happy though.
You were
I've been
happy.
happy my entire life.
Yeah.
Definitely not. The finances wasn't reflecting the happiness,
Right.
but I was always happy. Never had lack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's how I'm raising my kids and how I'm trying to teach my friends now. Like, yo, what's gonna make you happy? Like, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
I see what you're doing, but what do you want to do? I like a text that I sent to multiple of my friends the other day. Yo, if you got this right now, if I sent you this, what would you do with it? If I sent you 50 grand, 80 grand, whatever it is, what would you do with it? And that's how I'm trying to find out. I'm starting to find out, like, what would make them happy, because a lot of people, they don't really know or really think about it in that sense. Like, if money wasn't an issue, what would you be doing? Seriously. Not like, oh, I'd go to Cuba. Like, seriously. Like, if you got this right now one time and you didn't know if you were going to get any more, what would you do with that?
That's a good question. All right, so we're going to wrap up. But just before we go, just wondering if you had any advice to give, bosses of all types looking to get started.
Find what makes you happy. Find what you're best at. Write those things down and try to find where that intersects. Where you're very happy and good at something. Right? Find that, make a plan around that, give it your all. That's it. You can do anything in the world.
Anything.
Yeah.
Anything in the world.
True.
Literally anything.
It's true. It's true.
From nothing to anything
And-
you can do and make money.
Even with that being said, some people that may not even have as much talent as you
Yeah.
will get further than, not you in particular, but
because
like
they have
you,
the hustle.
because they have that hustle.
Because
Yeah.
they give it all.
You know what I mean? That's all, yeah. No, talk, what you talking?
There are so many artists right now who are not good. While art is subjective, a lot of them just got through because they keep at it, because they're disciplined with it. A lot of them.
A lot.
Especially in the city, a
Yeah,
lot of
a
them. But, so it's not all about talent. It's not all about skill.
It's about the drive.
It's about the drive. You have to be super passionate about it and have it make you happy. That's it. That's it. And you can do anything.
Yeah.
And I've literally given people plans in different areas to do different things that has nothing to do with music or anything. You know what I'm saying? So, and reach out. Don't be afraid to reach out to somebody. If you see these guys on a podcast, send a message. What's the worst you can get? No answer.
Exactly. I answer everything because I don't get that much messages for the podcast. So.
I got most, if not all of what I have, all the people I've worked with, most of them, because I reached out.
Yeah.
I didn't have any money. I didn't have anything. Not to say that you won't have to pay for somebody's service.
Yeah.
But try. Ask.
The worst someone can say is no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Promise, for coming by the Bosscast, the Fulltime
Thanks for having me.
Bosscast. Everybody who's watching, please like, follow, subscribe. As my co-host said, it helps our algorithms. It helps us boost views. Watch the entire video. Anything else you want to add?
No, you said it all. You said it all. Thank you once again, Prom. And all the best in what you do. We'll put
Real.
under the video all the the ways
Your
people can
socials,
contact
yeah.
you. Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
And thanks again, man.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great week. We'll see you soon. Peace.